Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Coming at me like that, like, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Coming at me like that, like, whoa. I don't even feel like that, like, whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like, whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like, whoa. Coming at me like that, like, whoa. Coming at me like that, like, whoa. Coming at me like that, like, wish that I care, but I don't. And I swear, if you want, we can flow. Coming ready for the smoke. Murder, she wrote, but I don't even dare. I got places to go. Coming ready for the show. Sacred the goat. We got royal affairs. We gon' win on the low. Coming ready for the glow. You taking notes, have a seat, take a chair. You may think that we cold. Coming ready for the snow. Try to bear the weight, but it's too heavy. Try to get away, but it's too deadly. Gotta keep it sharp, so we stay edgy. Can I get ahead, so we stay ready? Coming at me, that's sad, that's joke. I cannot believe these lies, I'm woke. All that agree, but why you broke? When y'all need, come get your folk. I actually soar over these waves. When I get paid, I gotta know people to pay, places to go. Watch what you say, watch what you coming at me like that, like, whoa. I don't even feel like that, like, whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like, whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like, whoa. Coming at me like that, like, whoa. Coming at me like that, like, whoa. Coming at me like that, like, I don't have a setback, I'ma go and get that. I just wanna give back, people call me Big Black. I just got my whip back, asked me when I got here, told her that I've been back. Brought a couple wins back, double cup of no act. I don't really have beef, but I'm still a Big Mac. And you know I got green, now we bridging the gap flow with me and my team. Cause we know how to scrap when you making a scene. Came up from the dirt, yeah, I know my worth. No, I will not sell. Niggas gotta work. Do not kiss and tell. No, I do not serve. But I'll ride these waves. So get up off my turf. I actually soar over these waves. When I get paid, I gotta know people to pay, places to go. Watch what you say, watch what you coming at me like that, like, whoa. I don't even feel like that, like, whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like, whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like, whoa. Coming at me like that, like, whoa. Coming at me like that, like, whoa. Coming at me like that, like.
We at the top if I see it, I cop it. All this guap if I see it, I cop it. Got something drip if I see it, I cop it.
Swarm.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Test, testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 1854 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and ye all hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Mancast is sponsored by Everson K2 Flexin' on all you. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. Happy Thursday, every schwam. It is Thursday, June the 12th. It is episode 1854, live on the YouTubes. Make sure you follow Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere at The Daily Swole. Hit the bell on YouTube and leave a comment down below. What'd you smash today? Drop that in the comments. What did you fucking smash?
Bullshit.
If you didn't smash, that's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Don't be a baby. Don't be a fucking baby.
Full retard, man.
Don't go full retard. Get your pump on today. Make sure you drop down in the comments below. But hit the like button. Let everyone know. Let YouTube know to share this video, this live stream. Let YouTube know that you want everyone else to know that Papa Swolio is live, motherfucker.
Come on, man.
I summons a falcon. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you. Freddie wants you to subscribe. Freddie wants you to watch. Freddie wants you to hit that like button. Oh my goodness, Mike Miller. I assume there are a lot of people with broken fingers here. Otherwise, why haven't you smashed the like button yet? I concur, Matt. I concur, good sir. My son. I concur. If you don't have a broken finger, okay, you got 8 fingers, you got 2 thumbs, you got some pokey, fleshy things. You can even use a fucking elbow. Trust me, I've tried it. It works on the phone. You can elbow your phone. Hit that like button right now because we are getting into some awesome-ish today. How we doing, Peaceful Bandit? Let's say hi to a couple peeps in the fam. We got Josh. What's up, Thomas? Siobhan, how we doing? Hotter than the devil's nips today, Cerny? I hear you. It was hot as fuck out there. Josh, got about half hour left on the Dark Horse podcast. I know. Yeah, how's your brain leaking out of your ear holes? Isn't that infuriating? Everyone else, if you caught that episode, we talked about it yesterday. Drop that in the comments down below. Thank you, Genosaurus Rex. Already Hulk smashed the F out of the like button. Goddamn straight. Like button engaged. What's going on? Hello, Cody. A special howdy to you as well, my friend. Hello. Oh, I agree, Mike. And Mike wants everyone to know that he has hairy legs.
I got hairy legs.
We know, Mike. We know. And we know, Joe, as well, that you have hairy legs. Thank you for the update, as it's always necessary to remind everyone they got hairy legs. Okay, we got some other podcasts. Also, make sure you're checking out the Daily Swole anywhere you like to bang your ear holes. Apple Podcast, Spotify, the Swolenormous Audio Experience, Red, White, and Swole, and the Swolenormous Procast. It is legit. Make sure you check out all the shows. Got some new Red, White, and Swoles up. Go give all those a listen. And we got some new clips on the channels. I know you got to go check out these. If you missed them live, check it out. Why are people fit shaming me? The truth exposed. Are people fit shaming you, or are they? I don't know. Go watch that clip, available now on the Swarmers channel. Oh, very nice. Look at this bro in this picture. Bro split or full body split for gains, the best workout to build muscle. I believe this is a question within the last week. We were talking about bro splits, and I was mentioning, well, you can go watch the clip, but I think bro splits have a bad rap. I don't think that should be used as a derogatory term. It depends on what your goals are. I mean, people that lift, build muscles, bro splits, they do fucking work, and a lot of things do work. So make sure you're customizing your programming and doing what's best for you, and try different things. See what works. But generally, the bro split is for bros, and you could do better. Generally, you could do better. That's not across the board, but things work for different people. You can't rule something out. Because I used to do one body part a week back in the day. I definitely didn't train like a bro. I don't really think it was a bro split. Bro splits to me are like arms 3 days a week, chest 2 days a week, and then, cardio instead of legs. That's what a bro split is. No fucking legs, right? Anyway, that being said, what's your favorite split? Drop in the comments down below. What's your favorite part of the programming in X if you're doing one of the programs, 90-Day Dash, Scorched Earth, Swole Season? Drop down the comments down below. If you want to join the Swole fam, head on over to swolenormousx.com. Check out our membership options. We had an amazing fucking balls deep special event on Monday for our accountability meeting, and we had extra juicy releases. So if you tried any of the new releases, if you tried the new Swolga class, if you tried the new yoga series, if you tried any of the new recipes, if you checked out or tried the Swollen 7 Mace series, go and drop that in the comments down below if you got into any of that new content. I know it's probably been a busy week and there's a lot of releases all the time, and this week has been extra juicy. So if you got into any of that content, drop that in the comments below. That being said, it is time for a sexy nut to bust open. I know, Freddy. It is time, Freddy, for the busting of the nut. I know, settle down there. Kids.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
There you go, Tessie. There you go, Leo, drinking as usual. Put the liquor down, Leo. Put down the apple cider, Leo. Put down the apple cider, bro. We all know it's apple cider. It's actually apple cider. He's just really a good boy, and he just wants you to have a little taste of his sugary goodness. Ain't that right, Leo? Bullshit.
That's fucking bullshit.
I'm not buying it. Most people don't. Hashtag most people don't. One of my faves also over here on one of the monitors. Check that out. It is a sexy fucking card.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
That is a sexy fucking card, and it could be yours. Drop that in the comments down below. All right, let's get into today's episode. Are you ready, fam? Let's fucking go. It is tip time, baby. It's time for the tip. Just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, first post, Swole fam style. What do we got? We got one from Aaron. We'll call it Aron, but Aron con pollo. It's a scorcher for Washington, fam. Still got in a full sun workout and freed the nips. Well done. Well done. Round of applause. Round of applause.
How dare you?
Well, Greta, no one wants to see your nips. I don't even think it's legal to see your nips yet. And oh my God, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Oh my God, too much. Too much. No. Ohio. All right, where was I? Still got in a full sun workout, freed the nips. Good thing I have trees and a good fence to spare my neighbors. A Ranger panty workout. I'm wearing Ranger panties too right now, laddie. They're very freeing. They free the sack too. Had a creeper watching me, so I left it some food and water. Ooh. Well, total body melt number 1 in the bag. What did you smash today? I concur. What did you smash? Drop that in the comments. Good for you.
Oh, you can...
60% of the time.
Very nice,
it works
Aaron.
Every time.
Very nice.
That doesn't make sense.
All right. Freeing those nips. Always a good idea. Always wise. Joanne. Hello, Joanne. I don't know why I want to say your name like that all the time, but I do. That looks delicious. Salmon. Joanne writes, I am loving being a part of this community. Having a place I can share my thoughts, my plans, and my food is so helpful to stay on track. Being able to talk about it helps. I am proud when I choose meals like this one, but most of the people I know and connect with on other areas of social media don't want to know and get sick of it. So here it is in a community that doesn't mind hearing about it or doesn't mind hearing about it. There we go. Hearing about it. Doesn't mind hearing about it, she meant. Today's lunch. I'm so damn hungry and really look forward to this salmon and salad. It's not perfect, but a lot better than some of the crap I've been eating over the last few years. And I'll tell you what, that looks good. Does it not? Does it not? It looks delicious. It looks delicious. A lot of people do give you shit for posting healthy foods. You're shaming people. You're making everyone feel bad. You're making someone feel bad. What are you trying to make it seem like you're better than other people, Joanne, for sharing your picture? Is that the approach? Is that the way people feel when they see these things? It exposes them so much for being fat fucks. They just can't handle the fact that someone is taking care of their body. Oh my God. I must talk crap about Joanne. I must downvote. I must unfollow Joanne because she posted a healthy meal. Post some healthy meals. Post more of them. By the way, do you know you can get free donuts for a year? If you get your vaccine shot, you can get free donuts. Krispy Kreme, fam. You can get some beer too. You can just be a fucking fat alcoholic. You could just get donuts and beer and hot dogs and pizza and stuff. Yeah, and you might even win $1 million. I mean, you got it all going on now. Just shoot your shot, fam. Just shoot your shot. Shoot shot. Shoot shot. Shoot shot.
That's fucking bullshit.
I know.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
All right, let's get into this next one.
All men and women created by...
You know the thing.
Go, you know the thing.
Yeah, you don't know the thing. We all know what you're trying to say. We have functioning cognition and such. All right, Kelly. Hey, fam. I've been working on fixing a glaring issue with my nutrition. I've been addicted to caffeine for a long time and have taken up drinking sugar-free energy drinks. Yuck. The current issue is less the caffeine and more the artificial sweeteners and flavors. I'd all but given up the fight until last week when I came down with a nasty cold. You know the kind, sinus, everything tastes like garbage. I decided that since the drinks would taste lousy anyhow, I may as well switch over to strong coffee with creamer and sip on that all day, and it's worked really well for me so far and has encouraged me to drink more water during the day. Very nice. This is also how I quit smoking over 25 years ago. Cold turkey. It's not a perfect solution, but it's worked for me. I thought maybe this could help someone else. Yep, you just do it. You just do it. That's it. You just quit. You stop consuming it. You change your habits. Very good. Very good. Sometimes you can have those instances where you get really sick or you feel really bad. A lot of people have that after drinking. You drink too much of one type. You drink too much wine. You're like, nope, no wine anymore. Or you have too much tequila, and that's the last time you're having tequila. You have too much rum. Nope, no more rum. Stuff like that. Anyway, you could also just not drink to excess. But hey, that's a whole different story. But, everyone's different. Everyone's different. But having those moments and those or those key points where you feel like crap anyway, may as well change the habit now. And all it is those little small habits that you're changing day to day. Good for you, Kelly. Good for you. Get off those artificial sweeteners, and then you can adjust and play around. Maybe you want to try bulletproof coffee. That's a really good option. I think that would help take care of, putting creamers and things like that in your coffee. That would be a nice alternative. So you can look into that, Kelly. We have that in the recipe archive. You can also Google it as well. So check that out. We got one from Lisa. Howdy, fam. Howdy, Lisa. It's been on my health journey 2.5 years. Today, I lost control. I had a very stressful event. It involves lack of boundaries, picking an old lady off the floor, and the prospect of being gaslit into taking care of her, not my relative, or the consequences of saying no. It's a long story. Sure sounds like it. I read that and I feel like I had to cut that with a knife and fork. It's a long story. Anyway, I binged today for the first time in 2.5 years. I actually never binged in the past, but I ate lots of fast food and boredom ate. Today, I was picking the husband up from work and I saw the box of donuts in the kitchen. Without thinking, I said, fuck it, and ate 2 donuts. Then I ate 2 pieces of candy bars. I am disgusted with myself. I'm not going to obsess over it. The damage is done. All I can do is pick up the grind tomorrow and finish eating healthy the rest of today. Tomorrow is a full body workout and daily walk. And tonight I might play some VR moving games. Anyway, I'm owning my screw up, having let stress get the better of me. I guess I'm human after all. Moderate carb maven. Well, keep going. Keep going. That's kind of the whole point is, there's no fuck it. Self-harm doesn't do anything for you, right? Self-harm, like, oh, shit's stressing me out. Let me beat myself up. Let me poison myself or let me eat crap. And just got to be more aware. Meditation, get to be more present next time. And you can't go back, but move forward and don't do it again and handle your shit better. But it sounds like you're going through a lot. So I'm just kind of teasing, but it sounds like you are right state of mind. Pick yourself up and keep moving forward. That's it. You can't go back. You can't go back. Again, I'm very hesitant every time we talk about this kind of approach. Very hesitant to, you don't want to excuse it though, right? You don't want to excuse it because then you are going to do it again and again and just say, okay, no more. This is the last time. This is the last time. This is the last time. You just don't want to get in the habit and give yourself an out so you can always just pick yourself back up because then you just incentivize, well, if I just screw up, I can always just start again, right? So those bumps in the road tend to happen more frequently with some people, and that just kind of sets people back off the whole thing, or they feel like they failed and they just give up completely, which is not you, Lisa. So that's a huge difference. A lot of people would just have that bump in the road and be like, fuck it. You know what? I'm such a failure, and use that as a snowball effect and just eat themselves, into a stupor because their addictions take over and they pretend like they're so upset about their failure and they lean into that as an excuse subconsciously just to overeat and go back into old habits. But you're not doing that. So that's good shit. It's good shit. The problem is, why is that you're picking the husband up from work and you saw a box of donuts in the kitchen? That's the thing. You got to not put yourself in an environment where you're around junk food. If it's not there, you wouldn't have eaten it. I didn't know what that meant. You said in the kitchen of his work. What were you doing in the kitchen of his work? That's the thing. Why'd you go where there's food? Why'd you go into a food, right? You went into a kitchen. Why were you in the kitchen? Curious as to that aspect, because it seemed like you kind of wanted to find something. Maybe is like a mystery, like a clue. Marianne, hey fam, it's been a while since I've been active here, slacking a bit on the pillars, but maintaining my 120-pound weight loss for the last year and a half. Anyway, yesterday, after months of waiting, I finally got the date for skin removal surgery. It's only 3 weeks away. Excited, terrified. I'll be happy to see the skin go, though. Good for you. Good for you. Extra skin is always a tough one for a lot of weight loss. There's really no other way to go around it aside from getting it removed. As much as we've talked, maybe there'll be some magic in the future. But for a lot of cases, it's not just going to disappear, right? So that seems like it's going to be the only option in many cases. But good for you, Marianne. That's going to feel good. Keep us posted. Best wishes. Glad to hear that you are moving in the right direction. That's happy. That's proper for you. I'm sure a lot of people wish they could do that as well. And I know it's probably elective surgery in most cases. So, yeah, hopefully, you never know. Someday, maybe with lasers and things like that, they'll be able to take care of like minor issues. I'm sure they could probably do that already, and that's only going to get better. But that's why we need to focus on taking care of our health and not cause more damage to our bodies than necessary, than we've already done. And it's great to hear like Lisa, Moderate Carb, Marianne, everyone else is crushing it as always. So more gorillas. Hats off to the Swole fam. Everyone's fucking killing it as always. Making good decisions. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, keep on moving forward, keep on crushing it on fucking point. Use the hashtag most people don't for a chance to win today's Swole card. We're going to get into some questions in just a moment. If you want to join all these amazing stories and posts and the amazing mindset that's really the foundation of the Swole fam, check out swolenormousx.com. Most people don't. Falcon, are you excited for this card? I know you are. I know you are. You're so cute. You're so cute. All right, fam, let's get into some more questions. If you got a question, drop in the comments below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. It's time for some Knowledge Kizak. Knowledge Kizak. So in the meantime, let's talk a little bit about this card. Most people don't. What do you think that means? What do you think that means? What do you think most people don't means? What does that mean to you? Now, the reason why I like this card is simply because it's very straightforward. Most people don't. Most people don't do what it takes. Most people don't do it can apply to anything. Most people don't train regularly. Most people don't do any of the 7 pillars. Most people don't tighten up their community. Most people don't practice yoga. Most people don't meditate. Most people don't. Usually what most people don't do, you probably should do. There's a lot of things that most people don't do that you probably should. There are some things that you shouldn't. So it's not across the board. But when it comes to what actually gets results versus what doesn't, usually the road less traveled is going to get more results. And the reason why less people travel it is because everyone's looking for a shortcut. People want something for nothing. Everyone wants free stuff. Everyone wants stimulus checks. Everyone wants a free fucking handout. It's true. Humans generally want more output than their input, regardless. Okay. And if you can get something for free for no effort, wow, people really like that. And most people don't. Most people go and choose the easy way out. Most people will try to look for the shortcut. That's why everyone's doing these crash diets and trying to lose weight and get ripped for a cruise in 3 fucking weeks. I mean, there's very few things that you can do in a short period of time that, you know, on the foundation of the pace of adaptation of the human body. That you can't rush results. You can't rush the development of skills. You have to actually put in the time. You actually need thousands of hours of practice and studying and education and just self-immersion. And of course, you're going to learn better by doing. And most people don't do that. Most people don't want to go the extra mile and read a little bit more, listen to more content, or search for an answer a little bit, or try something out, or do an elimination diet. How fundamental is the elimination diet? It doesn't take that long. Yeah, it can be challenging. It's very simple, but it can be a little bit challenging. A lot of people, it's not worth it. Well, everything in moderation. Oh, I could never give that up. Of course you could. Of course you could. Of course you can stop eating some of that crap. Of course you can stop consuming all that processed sugar and those artificial sweeteners. Of course you could. No, I can't. I could never give up. Of course you can. That's such a stupid lie. It's a weak lie. Of course you could give it up. And most of these things shouldn't even exist. We shouldn't be consuming them. We shouldn't be exposing ourselves to them. But just because they're ubiquitous, society makes you think like, hey, you should be fucking your mouth with this stuff. You should be eating all of these foods, because just because you could purchase them in the supermarket, just because they're there for you, doesn't mean you should be eating them, and doesn't mean you should be eating them in that volume. And yes, a little is bad and a lot is worse. So once you start realizing what these foods do to your body, once you start realizing what stress does to the body, once you realize what your community means and how it affects positively or negatively your life, once you understand and learn more, it's usually firsthand experience, but learning how training affects your body, sleep, hydration, all these different things, these little ingredients with food, you can get really micro with the food. But once you realize, once you see, and once you experience it, you can't go back. Once you see how effective it is, and once you see those effects, you can't go back, can you? You can't unlearn that. You can't go back and go pretend like these other junk foods that maybe you used to eat, it won't affect me just because, why? I'm aware of it. Once you learn some of this stuff, you can't go back and forget it. You can't undo having that information in your brain. And it's locked in there, and you look at things differently. You know, you get swole pilled. You get swole pilled, and all of a sudden you just see the world in a different way. Let's see. Angel, most people don't stick to the outside lanes of the grocery store. Let's see. Somebody I know is on a water diet, and she's committed to losing all this weight only by drinking water. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work at all. That's called fasting. That's not a water diet. That's called fasting. And she'll probably drink too much water, and she could hurt herself. Let's see. We got a question. Kat Sobel. Papa Swole, your husband needs a spinal fusion in L5S1. We have a month to prepare for the surgery, and we're wondering if you have any recommendations to set him up for success. Oof. In terms of what? I would recommend, it's going to be nutrition. It's going to be rest. I don't know if he's allowed to do anything. Is he told? You have to listen to the doctors. Is he being told to exercise? Can he train? Can he do yoga? Can he do some of these things? He's not going to be too mobile. I don't really know what the recovery is from that, or what kind of therapy and what they're going to have him do. But of course, like as soon as he's able to, after he gets cleared afterwards, also for yoga, just because it's a month, you don't necessarily want to add a ton of stress to the body, because if it's new shock to the body, his body's already going to be through a lot with surgery. So you don't want to necessarily ramp up a lot of training right away, and then, have him already being kind of like a new adaptive phase of reacting to the training and being sore, and then put him under more stress with the surgery. So it depends on what they actually recommend him. These are just my thoughts off the top of my head, but nutrition for sure. Lots of bone broth, like healthy fats, high quality animal fats, organ meats, get those vitamins and minerals for sure. Like bone broth with the collagen. It's amazing. There's bone marrow supplements from Ancestral in my Amazon store that are great. Getting sunlight, just being a regular healthy person, meditation, like all those habits. I would say for one thing, because he may or may not, I don't know how immobile he's going to be for how long, getting on a consistent meditation practice, getting on like a consistent routine. That way, right when he comes back out of his surgery, he'll have a routine he could jump right back into. Creating some kind of consistency and some kind of pattern with like maybe meditation, some daily movement, like some yoga. Even if he's on the couch or in a bed, he could still do like some maybe upper body movements or exercise or mobility, and at least keep that habit, of doing 5 to 10 minutes a day of yoga and meditation. That way it'll give him a pattern. It'll give him some purpose and some focus and something to do with that kind of habitual order when he's out of his surgery. Just some thoughts. I think psychologically that'll be very important to have a routine that you can jump right back into, even if it's not going to be super mobile right after. It'll be a routine that can be accomplished, checking off the 7 pillars. Let's see. Siobhan, Papa Swole, not fitness related, but I've heard that it's disrespectful to wear the American flag. Is that true? Maybe. You mean like on shorts like I do, or like on a bandana? It's possible. I don't think it's disrespectful. I mean, I don't let my flags touch the ground, and they're always folded. So, folded properly. They don't touch the ground. So certain things like that. I mean, I've kind of heard that before. I don't really know how technically it is. I don't go that far. I'm not like that, but I'm sure some people are. When you say it's disrespectful, that's kind of an opinion, isn't it? A lot of people take offense to things nowadays. If you disrespect the flag, that's different. If you want to wear a shirt that has a flag on it, I don't think that's disrespectful. I don't view it that way. There might be some like real like it has to be done. Everything has to be done a certain way, some particular. Huh. Let's see. Tyler Chappelle. Let's see. Papa Swolio, I started in the new year with that new year, new me bullshit for losing weight. I'm now down 35 pounds and have created a goal for myself. I want to lose 150 to 180 pounds within 2 years. So I look swole for my wedding. Do you believe that is a reasonable goal? Reasonable? 150? Yes and no. Like, is it possible? Is it realistic? Is it something, do you really need to lose 150 pounds? I see the avatar, but give me some idea of like where you're at right now and what this date is. I don't think goals like that are really effective. I think that you can set yourself up for disaster. It's really only healthy to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, and it's really hard to maintain that long term. It's pretty unrealistic to maintain that long term. Consistently, you may have more or less week to week, but that's about 100 pounds in a year. So is it possible? Sure. It's a decent time frame, actually. But if you're building muscle and you're training, you're lifting, you have to be careful going only by the scale because you'll be building muscle at the same time probably. And you don't want to set yourself up for like a psychological failure. I start at 330 and would like to be about 200 something. Yeah, like 100 pounds. So that's like 100 pounds. You start at 330. So where are you now? You said, so you're at 300. You said you lost 35 pounds. Because if you just want to lose, you sounds like you want to lose 80 or 100 pounds. And that's totally possible in 2 years for sure. It's definitely possible. Whether or not you accomplish it and you stick to it and you're consistent as hell, that's a whole other conversation. So where you started at, where are you now? And I don't know when your wedding is. Like, what's the date there? Too vague with the numbers, man. Help me out. Well, that makes sense. I agree with that. I agree with that. I didn't know that was the way I don't think the conversation was angled like that, but Bearded Dad writes, I've always been told it's disrespectful to wear the flag itself, like cut it up for stuff, but not disrespect if printed. Yeah, I would agree with that. If you're cutting up the flag and stuff, for sure. If you're wrapping yourself or wearing a flag, it's not touching the ground, but you're hanging it properly. And yeah, if you're cutting it up, then that's obviously definitely disrespectful. Tyler, currently 291, and the wedding is in October of 2023. So 2 years, over 2 years. So you have more than 2 years, like 2 years and change, and you're 291 and you want to be 2 something. You just said you want to be 2 something. You already are 2 something. Can you lose 60 pounds, 70 pounds? Sure. How tall are you? How tall are you? Maybe we can ballpark maybe what a good weight would be for you with muscle and being leaner. Yeah, absolutely. You have like over 2 years, but definitely want to light a fire under your ass. Don't wait till last minute, train like a beast, but you're already doing it. New year, new you. You already kind of kicked that to the curb, that bullshit, but it got you started. Yeah, you're on. Totally possible. That's actually a good weight range goal. Finally, someone's trying to lose a lot of weight in a reasonable amount of time. Now, if you set too much of a time frame, if you're like, hey, I want to lose 100 pounds in 10 years, then there's really no urgency there. So you definitely have to set aggressive goals, and but the thing is, more weight isn't necessarily better. Like if you're 290, you say wait a second. You said you weigh 290 and you want to lose 150 to 180 pounds. So even if that's 120 to 150, you want to weigh 170. How tall are you? You mean 150 pounds, you're going to be a twig. You're 5'9". Okay. Oh, you're 5'9". Okay. All right. You're 5'9". For some reason, I was thinking you're like a really tall guy. Like, I picture that weight. I was like, be different. So, oh yeah, if you're 290, you could lose 100 pounds. 5'9" with like muscle and lean would probably be like what, 180, 175, 180, something like that. But that could be long-term goal. But yeah, you can lose 60 pounds in 2 years. Dude, you could lose a lot more. It depends on, but remember, it's not just the weight loss, it's building muscle and then how it's distributed on your body. But don't get too hung up with a number. But yeah, fucking dude, start training like a monster. Eat properly. You'll lose it slowly. There's no rush. There's no rush. This is your life. You don't want to lose super fast. Lose it slowly over time. It'll be healthier for you. There you go, man. There you go. Good shit. Let's get some gorillas there.
You are looking rather splendid this evening.
Let me see. Rick Donovan. Let's take another question or two. Rick Donovan. Should we carb cycle, Papa Swole, while building muscle and staying lean? You're not really going to do that. You might stay somewhat lean, but you're going to put on some fat if you're building muscle properly. You're not going to do this magic lean bulk and just stay shredded and build muscle unless you want to have like the most incremental progress and maybe lose it all really quickly because you tweak your dieting and it's a weird little tightrope. But if you're going to bulk, eat big, train big for several months to a year or two, and then you can fucking trim down, just make sure you're not overcomplicating it and focus on food quality. If you're focusing on food quality, you'll have less issues with inflammation and stress that will retain more water and, cause bloating and all those issues. I don't like carb cycling. I don't. I might slightly do it just naturally. For example, if I had a sweet potato yesterday and I had a sweet potato earlier today, and I don't eat them every day, but sometimes I go through periods where I'll have some more, right? Well, I'll have some more carbohydrates or I'll have some more carbs like that. I'll have a sweet potato or so a day for a little bit. So, but I don't do them. I don't do it intentionally. Okay, 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 low, 1 medium, or 1 high and 1 medium. I never like doing that. I don't like being told what I can eat and what I can't. I go by how I feel. If I feel like I need some more carbs, I need a sweet potato or two, I'll have some sweet potatoes. And then if I don't feel like having it for a couple of days, I won't have it. So there's nothing wrong with carb cycling. If you want to do that, I'm not a big fan of micromanaging my food like that. I focus on the food quality and I eat to my content and I train hard and I'm simplifying that. It's just not my thing. I don't think most people need to worry about that too much. People are trying to eat like people are trying to, if you're not a professional bodybuilder, don't treat your life like a professional bodybuilder. You're going to drive yourself insane. It's just no way to live, in my opinion. So I try to guide people away from over obsessing with restricting how they eat. I'm just not a fan of that. I'm not a fan. And of course, the elimination diet isn't restriction. It's actually liberation. So if you think about what an elimination diet means, it means you're cutting out all this bullshit, but in the context of, for example, you're doing the elimination in order to start from a real scratch so you can test foods and then navigate from a fresh start. You're reinstalling your operating system. So it's actually an enlightenment. It's actually a freedom approach. You're actually learning, okay, what can I eat, right? What can I eat? Not what any jabroni online is telling me to eat. Oh, this diet. Oh, I should eat this diet. No, what is working best for me? What's best for me? What's best for me? Let's see. Bluemount.state, and these are from TikTok. Papa Swole, should you be doing cardio? Yogging. I believe the J is silent.
I'm gonna put my nutsack on your drum set.
Every other day, should you be doing cardio every other day included with the lifting, or is it just killing the gains? You don't have to do the jogging. It depends on what your goal is. You could just go for a walk and feel great. You don't need to do tons of cardio if you're trying to bulk. You could just do general exercise. I'm not a big fan of jogging for most people because they have terrible posture. Usually if it's overweight or weaker joints or pounding on pavement, heel to toe, it's just not really good for most people. If you're more experienced, if you do barefoot running and you have really good posture, you could do sprints, you could do plyometrics. I mean, hill sprints are fantastic. And in my experience, lower risk for people because you don't have the same decelerating force from sprinting. People can pull muscles, especially if they have really tight hamstrings or really imbalances in their ankles or hips or dehydration. I find like doing plyometrics, like, frog jumps up a slight incline or doing hill sprints, short-term type stuff is much better for, fast twitch muscle fibers and more of a post-exercise oxygen, an EPOC, most of it, more of an EPOC state from doing more high intensity interval type stuff like that if you must. But you can control and in terms of your weight, in terms of being lean from your nutrition and training alone, but doing cardiovascular activity is definitely healthy. Doing kettlebell work, yoga, going for walks, swimming, stuff like that is great. But definitely you don't want to make sure you're not exhausting yourself for your training and you're not, over expenditure or mitigating your expenditure so you can have enough surplus with your nutrition to pack on mass. All right, let's get into, we got some awesome other posts. If you have more questions, you could drop them. If we got some time, we can take a couple more, but it's time to go balls deep.
What's in the box?
fam.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's deep.
All right, fam, make sure that you are subscribed, hit the like button, hit the share button right now, fam. It is time to fucking go balls deep. Make sure you are leaving a review over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, The Daily Swole on YouTube live every day. And of course, make sure you check out all the other shows. We got the Swolenormous audio experience. We have the Red, White, and Swole podcast. We also have the Swolenormous Procast. Go check them out wherever you're listening to this. And we have an amazing card today. The card of the day is most people don't. Goddamn right. Most people don't.
Eat shit, Derek.
You eat shit, Derek. Oh, enough, Falcon. Enough. Most people don't, but that's why you will. Most people don't, but that's why you will, motherfucker. That's why you will. All right, let's get into the first post. Let's get into an article first, just to get started. We got some shitty shit posts, but remember we were talking about vaccines. We were talking about Dr. Fauci, and now we are, of course, this is in the midst of everything. This is in the midst of everything. It's actually, it's coming out like right now. So this story is changing rapidly. So just to touch base, Dr. Fauci defends China and says it's far-fetched to think that they deliberately engineer something to kill themselves, as he doubles down on animal origins of COVID and dismisses his smoking gun email. So if you don't know, I know what's in the box.
Come on, man.
If you don't know, there's a lot of emails that come out showing that this guy knew about it all along, as we all suspected, but a lot of circle jerking going on. Lots of the circle jerking. Now, this is going to keep on going for quite some time, you can imagine. So there's many updates and many more touch points and, releases throughout today. So this is probably not the latest, but it's the generality of what's going on. Oh, you don't say. There's lots of emails. Oh, you don't say that he knew what was going on. Oh, you don't say. Well, now that we've given a year and a half of cover up and chance for everything and all the evidence and all the issues to get shoved under the rug, these emails were released with the Freedom of Information Act. But it just shows, and there's what the emails with Mark Zuckerberg and all the stuff that's going on behind closed doors that literally put people's voices, that silenced people's voices, that silenced real medical professionals, that silenced real scientists that said anything against the narrative. Anything against the narrative. And we know this from YouTube. We know this from all the other content. We know this from Fat Acceptance. We know this on TikTok. Anytime I post a video that talks about obesity, oftentimes it gets banned for hate speech and bullying and harassment. If I'm talking about obesity, I'm talking about one of the largest, pun intended, one of the biggest killers in our country is obesity. So if I'm talking about obesity and how to stop it and that we need to address this as a country, I get blocked for bullying and harassment and hate speech. And no, it's a fact. It's not hate speech. It's not bullying and harassment. It's a fact. Obesity is killing people. And it's the habits that lead someone to being obese. And we have 75% of the population's overweight and obese. There are a lot of people out there that need a lot of fucking help.
What's your name, fat body?
A lot of help. A lot of people have to wake the fuck up, and people have the power to do so. People have the ability to make these changes. So you can't silence people. You can't silence people. We have to have these conversations. Wouldn't it be nice to have had that conversation, I don't know, a year and a half ago? Wouldn't it have been nice? And if you check out, we talked about yesterday in yesterday's podcast, check out the Dark Horse podcast. Check out that episode that really goes into what was actually really legitimately being suppressed and what we could have done and how many people that we could have saved. How many people could have been saved and how much damage could have been prevented, if not most of it, essentially, if you go back and check that out. And not for something that, oh, if we go back in time, hindsight's 2020. No, legitimately was known when it was going down. Brutal. That being said, wait, there's more. We got more. We got some medical stuff, and we got some Alexis Okonason. We got a post from Alexis Okonason, the anti-diet plan.
You're not making this easy on me, boy.
Gotta know it's going to be good juice when the is at the anti-diet plan. Humans of all shapes and sizes get sweaty. Okay.
My name's Forrest Gump.
Humans of all shapes and sizes get winded doing physical activity. Okay.
Lieutenant Dan.
Humans of all shapes and sizes walk slower than others.
Matt Damon.
Humans of all shapes and sizes get aches and pains.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
What? I don't even know what this caption is going to say. Actually, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I know exactly what this caption is going to say. I know exactly what this caption is going to say. Because humans of all shapes and sizes get sweaty, right? That one's not better than the other. Humans of all shapes and sizes get winded. So we shouldn't be demonizing people that are really out of shape because even fit people get out of breath. Yeah, when they're doing a lot more exercise. A fat person will get tired walking up 5 stairs, not 5 flights, 5 stairs. Whereas a fit person might be equally out of breath if they go up 50 stairs or 50 flights. So, yeah. Humans of all... I can't wait to read what this says. The caption writes, I so often hear people blaming their weight for totally normal things that occur in folks across the size spectrum. It's normal to get winded when you walk up a flight of stairs, and besides, that has way more to do with cardiorespiratory fitness than weight. What?
Matt Damon.
Wait, it's normal to get winded when you walk up a flight of stairs, and that has way more to do with cardiorespiratory fitness than weight? Does this chick have any idea what weight has to do and how that impacts your cardiorespiratory fitness? If you're obese, it is going to negatively affect your cardiorespiratory capacity. Not to mention, it's harder for you to breathe. It's going to take more effort. You're not going to be able to fill it. What are you talking about? If you're obese, that defines having poor respiratory fitness. Thin people get chub rubbed too if their thighs hit close together. Yeah, I get some thighs rubbing together because of my muscles. Everyone sweats. Are we learning something here? What is going on here? What is she speaking actual English? Everyone sweats. Everyone poops too. You might want to check out that book. It's a really good one. Especially in the summer, people of all shapes and sizes suffer plantar fasciitis and have various aches and pains. That might be true, but many more obese people have issues such as that because of their weight gain and their poor posture and muscular strength, and all that pressure on their hips will cause feet to flatten and cause pressure on the plantar fascia, blah, blah. We live in a culture that gives us totally unrealistic expectations of human bodies. I'm gonna I disagree, but we'll come back to it. Normal everyday functions are pathologized, especially for fat folks. Got to have that folks in there. Got to be the wokesy folksy. Bodies aren't always comfortable. I don't even know what that means. And that discomfort is part of being human. Bodies aren't always comfortable. Bodies aren't always comfortable. It's not a punishment for being fat. We've been taught to blame our weight for every single ache and pain we experience, but the problem is our fat-phobic culture, not our body size. Well, let me tell you something, Bish. You are going to have a lot of aches and pains from being obese. You're 100% wrong. Yes, you can be thinner and stub your toe. You could have problems. You could have plantar fasciitis and not be 500 pounds. But I will tell you, most people that are obese and overweight have many more problems. That's why they die younger. That's why they have all the complications in much greater quantities and much higher risk than anyone that's not obese. It's a subsequent effect of all their poor lifestyle habits. You can argue that the weight itself doesn't do it. It does a lot, but it's all the poor habits that lead to that and that cause that weight gain. Their guts are destroyed. Their metabolic health is trash. Their body can't process and shuttle around sugar, right? And they can't absorb the glycogen. Your body can't clear it. You have diabetes. You have all these hypertension, blood disorder, all these issues. Mental health, ridiculous. You're absolutely a ridiculous person.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
That might be one of the top 10 worst posts I've ever read. That doesn't make any sense. Of course, if you're overweight and obese, you're going to have more problems than everyone else. Of course, especially if you're obese. Let's just talk about obese. Forget the overweight, because that can be a spectrum, right? You could be 10 pounds overweight, and that could be subjective in some cases. But when you say, where was it? Here. We live in a culture that gives us totally unrealistic expectations. I would argue that that's not true anymore. I mean, come on. We have social media. So here's the thing. Maybe 20 or 30 years ago, maybe 40 years ago, where you didn't have access to the average person so much. You saw people around you, but when you saw a magazine cover, it was all airbrushed. You had a little, top tier celebrities. Now everyone's got a phone. You're always seeing everyone online. You just see everyone on these social media platforms. You see what everyone looks like. Now, of course, you can use filters, but everyone's in on the game. Everyone's in on the game. You have to be really conscious of this. You have to be really focused, on keeping yourself unplugged, practicing your mindfulness. You have to really separate yourself from that bullshit. I don't think that culture is giving us unrealistic. Go to the fucking gym. Everyone can have a more physically fit body. Stop acting like you're such an outcast and you're so different. A lot of people have to work their ass off, and a lot of people still take care of their health. And I've had very little time to train myself with grueling schedules and stuff. And everyone puts themselves in different positions in their life, but there's really nothing unrealistic about it. If you put the effort in, you can do it. If you put the effort in, you'll feel and look better than you ever thought possible if you actually put the effort in. But you have to really put the fucking effort in. You have to really put the effort in. It's not something casual. You're not just going to be like, oh, let me have a salad today and go for a walk. You're going to look the same. This is not something you do casually, right? If you want to look casual, then look. If you want to look casual, then train casual. What do you think you're going to get? You're going to get less than what you put in. You can put in all the effort in the world. You're still going to, nothing's perfect. You're going to put in all your effort. There's always going to be some kind of a slack. You put in 100%, maybe you get 70. You put in 70%, you're going to get 20. Right? You put in half-assed effort. If you go all in, it's still going to take a long time, but you have to go all in. Most people aren't willing to go all in. Most people aren't going to be consistent. Most people aren't going to put themselves into it. Most people won't. Papa Swole, did you hear about the tennis player? Vaguely, Naomi Osaka. Vaguely what, she didn't want to talk to the press or something, and then she quit? That's all I know. You can feel, I don't really know more than that. Is there anything more than that? What's your question about it? I'll come back to it. All right. We got a multiple post right here. We got a multiple shitty post. This is from Maryland Dietitians. This is from Maryland Dietitians. So we got a bunch of things about doctor stuff. So the first post says, what to say when a doctor brings up your weight as a problem or a treatment. Full stop. Full stop. If the doctor brings up your weight as a problem, it probably is. Okay. I will tell you this. If you go to a medical professional and they tell you that your weight is a problem, guess why? Because it probably is. If you're so heavy that if you're heavy to the point where it comes to someone's attention when addressing your health concerns, it's probably a problem. It's probably a problem. I mean, if you go to a doctor and like, well, you need to lose some weight, then you probably need to lose some fucking weight. You know what that actually means? That means your habits suck. You're eating crap food. You're not training properly. You're probably not sleeping. You have a lot of environmental toxins. You're stressing yourself, whatever it is. You're not doing what you should be doing as a human being to be fully functional and to be a healthier person. You're at risk for diseases and issues, and your current situation will lead the medical professional to tell you that you should change your habits. So people take that as, oh my God, he's telling me this is my weight. The doctor's telling you that your weight is a byproduct of your shitty fucking habits. That's really what we have to talk about here. It's not your weight. Oh, but I'm beautiful if you think so. And some people may think that you're beautiful too. There's always going to be people that think you're pretty and people that don't think you are. All right, subjective stuff, but objectively, you're huge. And your doctor is telling you that you need to change your habits because your habits are leading you to said issue. Decline a weigh-in. This stuff is so stupid.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Decline a weigh-in. Quote, I do not want to be weighed today. If you require my weight for medical reasons, like determining my medication dosage, please do not tell me the number. This is what a huge pussy would say. You have to be a huge beesh. I do not want to be weighed today. If you're afraid, if you don't want to know the number, then you need to lose weight. I will tell you, if you are that obese where you don't want to know the number, that you're scared of the number you're going to see, you need to lose weight. You need to change your habits. That's a fact right there. Do not tell me the number. That means you're too big. Okay? Because people that are healthy, they don't care if they say, oh, okay, it's whatever. Yeah, I thought you were proud of being fat. But yeah. All right, ask for the research. Ah, yes. Ask for the research. Weight loss studies show very low. Yeah. Oh, that same, 95%? Oh, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Could you show me the research that supports your recommendation? No. I have work to do. You are fat. You need to lose weight because your habits are leading you towards a dark road of disease and early death. So you can go and do your research and go to medical school if you like to, but you're here in my fucking office and I will tell you what I recommend. Otherwise, you can go get another opinion. My God, if I was a doctor, I'd be like, there's the door. You can go right ahead. Offer to educate. Offer to educate. Offer to educate. Yeah, someone that actually, you're going to go educate a doctor. A fat activist is going to go educate a doctor. From Maryland, this is from Maryland Dietitians. These are from people that couldn't get into medical school. All right? These are people that couldn't get into medical school, and now they're going to be like, offer to educate the doctors. Don't be cranky. Don't be jelly. Don't be jelly that you didn't kill the MCATs or whatever the fuck it is. Offer to educate. Dieting for weight loss overwhelmingly leads to weight cycling, which increases cortisol, inflammation, disordered eating, and anxiety about my weight. Okay, why don't you eat healthy? Stop eating so many chips. How about that? Oh, this is so silly. Compare recommendations. Quote, is this a problem that people in smaller bodies also have? What would you suggest for them? People just can't handle personal responsibility. They just can't handle the fact that they've trashed their health, and they just can't handle that it's their fault. They can't be told that it's their fault. Set boundaries. Quote, knowing the risks and side effects, I am not open to weight loss surgery. Let's please discuss another option. weight loss surgery. Just lose weight the proper way. Lose weight by eating less and eating quality foods. Eat your quality foods and start exercising. Get rid of that inflammation. Get off Twitter and Instagram and stop, virtue signaling and tweeting fucking, I don't know, fat pride flags or whatever the heck you're doing. Right? Who said anything about weight loss surgery? If you're getting suggested weight loss surgery, that means you are really obese and you really need to take care of your health. You really need to make those changes. Do an elimination diet. No, I can't give up my cookies. Stop being fat phobic. Then stay fat. Why are you here? If I was a doctor, I'd be like, why are you here? Has anyone had any personal experience with this? Like in person? Why are you here? Go somewhere else. Like be your own doctor. Call out the guilt trip. Quote, making me feel guilty about my weight isn't helpful for my physical or mental health. Please consider doing no harm and providing me with evidence-based care. Yeah, we have it. It's called every statistic that shows that obesity is like when you have 75, 80%, obesity is one of the leading causes of all these issues, metabolic issues, but it's really not the obesity alone. It's the habits that lead to obesity. Obesity is a side effect of your poor metabolic health. We got another one. Back yourself up. Quote, I am already working with my dietitian on an appropriate diet for my body and my health goals. That's right, because we are the new doctors. Dietitians know what's up. I'm a dietitian and I know more than you. Maryland dietitians, tell your doctors that they need more education and yeah. Cut to the chase. Quote, I know we have limited time today, so I would prefer we talk about non-weight related interventions. Look, these are people that just want to stay fat. They just want to stay fat. They don't want to change. They just want power and control. And they just want to feel like they have control of their life because they can't control their habits. They can't control. They're just completely unplugged. An important tenet of the Hippocratic Oath, first, do no harm. One that doctors are breaking every time they prescribe weight loss instead of a safe, sustainable, and evidence-based intervention. It's heartbreaking when a client tells us that they've experienced weight stigma at the hand of a healthcare professional. I bet you 99 times out of 100, there's been no weight stigma. And the person is just a super sensitive victim, which is being perpetuated by these grifters that are leveraging that weakness and that low self-esteem and that poor self-control and lack of responsibility. And that goes back to the education system and parenting and shit like that. And they're just making money off this, like shielding them. It's okay. Shh, it's okay. The Maryland dietitians are here. It's okay. Shh, they're there. It's important to us to refer to providers that are Hays aligned and or not practicing actual medicine, or at the very least can abide by the patient's wishes not to be weighed or discuss weight as a problem or treatment. Well, it is. Your shitty habits are leading to your fat ass not being able to fit on the table. That's not happening magically. That's happening because of a manja and no exercise and too much soda and too much cookies and everything else. Okay. You deserve care without a side of shame. We all do. I think we need some more shame. All right. I think we need some more shame. You should be a little bit ashamed. If you go into a doctor's office and you're one of these twats that's, don't weigh me. I deserve to have evidence-based care. I don't want to be weighed and stigmatized. Look, you should be shamed. Be like, look, get the fuck out of my office. Put the Snickers down. Start eating some fucking grass-fed beef and some organ meats. And then come back and you'll be fine. Now, people need to stop eating all the crap. They'll lose weight, but we definitely need some more. The shame is not bad. People need a little bit more personal shame. Absolutely. For yourself. In other words, you need to want to do better. That's the problem. If you're just so relentlessly, that's where the fat positive and fat acceptance shit comes from. No shame. Just like, look at me, I'm big and beautiful, trying to take power, forcing other people to think the way they think. That's not how this world works. See, you can't change medicine. You can't change objective truth. You can't change facts. Now, I'm not saying that some people some doctors are better than others. And I do agree that saying you should lose weight, that's not really effective treatment because these people don't know how to change their habits. You can't just lose weight with bad habits, right? So if they're eating crap already and a doctor says, hey, you need to lose weight, then the patient's going to be, okay, I'll eat less of what crap I'm already eating, but they're already addicted to these junk foods and they can't do it. And of course, they're not getting the proper nutrition because they're eating low food quality. It's around and around and around, round and around. But people need to take more personal responsibility, and there's there's nothing wrong with a little shame. Be like, I can fucking do better. I can do better. We need that. We need people to take more personal responsibility, and a lot of people just can't hang. A lot of people just can't hang. Want to play the victim, and that's why shit's sliding downhill. That's why society is fucking in the dumps right now. But it's up to you. It's up to you. And if you're not ready to take some responsibility for your choices up to this point, don't be telling your doctor what you need. You obviously need help. You need help. That's why you're in the doctor's office. That's why you're in the doctor's office, because the professional is going to tell you what they suggest. Otherwise, go to someone else. You can go and get another opinion. You can go to a Hayes aligned physician. But if you actually want help, if you need medical attention, that's the problem already. If you need medical attention, that means you're not taking care of your health. People, yeah, it's much easier. Change your hashtag rather than change your habits. But, one step at a time. And you got this. You got this. If you're watching and you're overweight, fat, you're obese, you know you got this. You're in the right fucking place. Swole fans got your back. It's time to fucking, don't be a victim. Don't be a victim. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. You're here today because of what has happened before in your life. Maybe you weren't educated properly. Maybe you didn't learn until recently. Most people don't. Most people don't. Exactly. Most people don't. But there's always time. There's always time, but you have to own shit. You have to own your shit. You have to own it, and it's possible. It's possible. You got to own it. You got to own it. All right. That being said, that was that was the epic post. Oh my God. They just kept on going. They just kept on going and going and going and going and going. We got time for a Swole card. Most people don't. Let's see. Let's see who's got it. Who's got most people don't? Do you got it? Do you? Do you? Let's see what we got here. Fam, drop in the comments below. We've got this. Damn straight, Siobhan. Yeah. Who's we got here? Scroll. And no, one more time. One more time. I'm pumping on the screen. We got Falcon. Pick one, Falcon. Pick one. We got a winner here. Congratulations, Angel Brown. Congratulations. We got a winner. Fuck others triggers. Fuck others triggers. Fuck others triggers. Most people don't. Indeed. Congratulations, Angel. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swolecard 1854 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. And we'll get you that Swole card. Got a nice stack of Swole cards. Those of you that are waiting, they're coming in real soon. Next batch is going out ASA to the motherfucking P. So send us an email. Get that email in right away. That way we can get you that Swole card. Let's see here. Caden, I work at a dental hospital and I have so many complaints from people who saw one doctor saying they wanted to be booked with someone else because all he would do is tell people they need to lose weight. You know,
Matt Damon.
I think it's tough. I don't necessarily think that it's definitely not the right approach. It might be the result. I mean, the doctor is saying, hey, you are this big. Your outcome should be less big. So go be less big. That obviously doesn't make sense. That doesn't give people any of the tools. And I said many times, the medical system is a sick care system. It's not functional medicine. It's not actually, you need a team of people. You need someone that's working with nutrition, working with habit building, working with exercise, meditation. You literally need, talk about a great rehab center or a great functional medicine place called the 7 Pillars. And you literally had one section of the clinic, one for each thing. You had one for community, one for nutrition and dieting, one for training, one section for recovery. Wouldn't that be great? That'd be pretty cool. But imagine if you went somewhere to get some medical care and you had experts focusing on each of those pillars. I mean, just for example, that's the outcome, right? Obesity is the outcome. Obesity is the result of all the bad habits. So telling someone, hey, just lose weight, that's not how it's going to be done. You need to start at the base. You need to start at the 7 pillars. And then guess what? If you're focusing on that shit, if you're focusing on the 7 pillars, tell me if the outcome will be different. Of course it'll be. Of course it'll be different. It's going to be different. You're not focusing on the 7 pillars and staying morbidly obese. It's going to improve your life dramatically. So if you want the output to be different, you have to change the input. You can't just do, I'm eating crap food. Let me just eat a little bit less of it. Let me just cut down the calories a little bit. That's not going to work. Those addictions are going to rebound you super fast and you're not getting in the nutrients as is and then cutting down the calories. It's not going to help. It's not going to help. So we got to do it. We got to take responsibility and handle that shit. Remember, join the Swole fam over at swolenormousx.com, fam. What a great episode. It was an amazing episode, fam. It was amazing. Oh, Falcon. Settle down, Falcon. My little peppercorn. You're welcome, Peaceful Bandit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They need Papa. They need the Swole fam, Lisa. I agree. Educate the beesh masses. So glad you found us, Siobhan. Probably wouldn't have taken my health seriously if I didn't come across Papa and the fam.
I don't know how to.
That's what we like to hear.
But I'm kind of a big deal.
And by the way, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down, so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there like a little lady in a race car.
Well, thank you so much, fam, for joining me for episode 1854, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Yes, Falcon. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Oh, yeah, baby.
Make sure make sure you have the record player on at night.
Ooh.
He's on fire!
Hells yeah. Hair. I know it's out. I know, Falcon. I know her hair. I'll fix it. I'll fix it later. The second drum solo. Calm down, bro. Jeez. Oh, baby. I'll fix it. I'll fix it now.
Boom shakalaka!
I said I'll fix it. All right, hold on. You're welcome, Jeff. Is that good? We're good? All right, enough. I'm sorry, I won't. I'll be careful next time. Fam, we got some theft tomorrow. Theft. We got some fucking theft.
I am the danger.
Fucking amped. I'm fucking amped. Some theft tomorrow. Learn more about the Swole fam today. swolenormousx.com. Join the fam. Get access to the hundreds of yoga classes, over 170 yoga classes streaming 24/7, 365. We got the full programs, 90-day dash scorched earth swole season. We got Swole Mastery. We got the workout archive. We got the elimination diet, hundreds of recipes, if not thousands at this point. We got the medication session. We got the brain gains meditation session. We got the Swollen 7. We got the virtual trainer. We got everything you need. All 7 pillars taken care for you. swolenormousx.com. Tomorrow, 18:55. I'm stoked. We'll see you for Fef tomorrow. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Solio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. Paid away, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I gift rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm